Today, the 17th day of September 2020. We want to call in a table the lack of maintenance na salon. We know to news, we all know, but one way or the other, we can always wait, make disaster happen. Then we begin for Allah again say na lack of maintenance or na poor infrastructure. Today, the bridge with a link from St. John to St. Anthony, na Syke Street, na Savage Street collapse. The only thing we will be able to tell you, based on one eyewitness, for say, in think say, a third person, they under the bridge. But, because of the way I explained, say, maybe, now then people when they gather metal, we can sell metal. Some of the officials, they tell God, thank you, say, nobody, no die. But the man, they insist, say, one person, in think, one person, they under that bridge day. People in the begin ask now, say, wait, now this bridge don't collapse. There are other two alternative routes them. The one, na old railway line, there is a bridge there. The other one, na Kintom, there is a bridge there. Unless you know Kandong Yanda, you go past na Pademba Road and go by New England. But if you say you come Yanda, then you meet Yanda block, and then two other routes and you get for use. We go say, more pressure go come on top of them bridges than they. But we can dig deep and see what thing we able unfold on all what thing we able gather for what thing happen today. Make we go through the coronavirus status update for today. 423 tests. 9 the labs then analyze. 423. 9 the labs then analyze. Out of the 423, 4 turn out for be positive. 4 turn out for be positive. And then 3 from Western area urban and 1 from Western area rural. Western area urban 3, Western area rural 1. Make we look the other numbers then for today on COVID-19 update. That's what they look like. The cumulative confirmed positive cases now in the salon don't reach 2,137. For the past 24 hours, nobody not lost in life to COVID-19, so we still team up at 72. The one them within isolation center, they don't reach 419. 419 na then they na isolation center. For the past 24 hours, nobody no recover from COVID-19. So we still stand at 1,646 people na them no recover from COVID-19. In quarantine, we get 232. Because waiting do, we don't begin get high numbers of positive cases. Yesterday, we were below 200. Today, we don't go above back. Now we don't get 232. The one that we don't discharge from quarantine, now 11,105. 11,105. Make we look at the Mano River Union countries them. Make we see how everybody they do they. The confirmed cases for today, now the Mano River countries them, Salon 4, Guinea 43, Liberia 5, Ivory Coast 132. And that one, they give you a total number of 184. We count the cumulative death. Salon, 72, Guinea, 63, Liberia, 82, and Ivory Coast, 120. That one, they give you a total number of 333. So, now this one we get for today as the status update for COVID-19 na Salon. Now one can look inside we program proper for today. And this one we be get for Lansay, the bridge na Savage Street as I be tell we just now don't collapse. But it not just collapse so, because waiting do a red flag. They don't go up 2018. 2018, a red flag they don't go up concerning this particular bridge we collapse so. Make we just go through waiting our own newspaper, be tell we that particular attendee. The Sierra Leone Road Safety Authority, in Executive Director, when David Panda don't warn, say Savage Street Bridge, na a disaster waiting to happen. We know say David Panda now na the Minister of Internal Affairs. But in 2018, na be the Executive Director of Sierra Leone Road Safety Authority. Road Safety Authority. Anyone say that particular bridge day na a disaster waiting to happen. He say, as road audits don't determine say it unsafe that na the bridge because of nearby mining. Listen, Road Safety Authority say that bridge they unsafe because waiting do they see people and they say people and they go pull clay under the bridge. They say people and they go pull clay under the bridge. But when you watch out this bridge for them, you go able to determine if na clay would be they pull under or na the bridge of itself na ain't just say entire in go down. Make we continue. He say the role that's now Road Safety Authority now for do the audits and report to the Ministry of Works and Transport and also Sierra Leone Road Safety Authority for their attention. Road Safety Authority say then you work now for do the audits where they don't done, then they report to Transport, the Ministry of Works and Transport, and also the Ministry of Road Authority. Now and then they report to. He say now they roll one day for their attention. He say now then they no more inky able for do. That's now the Executive Director. Now they talk this in 2018. They defend himself that trendy. Say now that they no more able for do for go tell Ministry of Works and Transport and also Roads Authority. Say that bridge there under that bridge there a disaster waiting to happen because waiting do we see people under there then they dig clay. Now then they inky able for do. He say I would like to fix it if in get the mandate. Now so he add by waiting if he don't talk. After queried by officials from the Ministry of Finance and the citizens budget hearing, Panda waiting say he went further for say other roads them they will get serious safety concern. So not to no more when them push her. He say other roads then they back will get serious safety concern. he called Pike Street, he called Eastern Police, and patrols them along the highway. Patrols the wedding at the highway. This now from 2018. So what do you think about the street here where you call already? That Pike Street. Yes, Pike Street, there is a bridge there too. If you sub outside Pike Street today, outside the roundabout today, just before you meet outside the roundabout today, na Pike Street bridge today. You say only one day. Then get safety concern for them. He say they're not the only write reports and send them to the above mentioned institution, but also then they discuss the issues where they can meet up permitting them. Sierra Leone Road Authority, he say, do the roads, and after they don't do the road, then they done for the first time the marking and the signs them, now then they do them. But road safety, now then they carry on with the other thing then. He say he believes say if they grant them the mandate for retain some of the funds them, what then they give them for from the road maintenance fund for road safety, then go able for utilize them by way then go make the road them safer through maintenance, road signs, and markings. I hope so they this now from 2018. I hope so they listen well from 2018. According to the data we then collect, that's the Sierra Leone Road Safety Authority. The data we then collect then say 14% of the country in GDP. Then they lost some per road accidents. And the injuries, the deaths, take a huge hit of GDP, especially inside Africa. So every road crash, injury, that's something where everybody for be worried about. So the petroleum, the road, the sign, not to the mandate. It repeats over and over. Now the mandate of Sierra Leone Road Authority. Sierra Leone Road Authority say now their own mandate that one day. Then the safety. You go wonder say these people now they don't call already safety, but their own safety now forget a report and distribute them. So over and over it make we know. He say if they give them the mandates, then go fix the road, then go do the sign, and then go fix pothole, and then go also add zebra crossing in there. The facilitator, when Musa Bangura, he asks about the stationary vehicles them can just park. Now road, especially the net. In fact, them beaucoup vehicle and then long mutuka mostly they want the total container. We not even get reflector. They not get light. They not get lighting. Before that, what you go see, if they get broken on a grass, then they go take, then can't even middle the road. And if they manage fix how they get it, and just the drive off, then grass then they even middle the road, if they need the pull and they. So then be careful ask them about that. Where they respond is say, that's na Panda Noah, back then in 2018. He said they require for make them get triangular reflectors for tele motocar the way they come, see them park there. And I think I'll be done talk down in there, even right now in a salon, we realize in motocar. For some of we realize inside this year, then they part of the license, they give you one, we're not even better. You're not better at all. And I go tell you outrightly. The one way, then they give you, what you pay for, you're not better. Flexible. Sometimes when I say Chinese business, Chinese product not better. Sometimes the Chinese don't have better pass than the. I don't know side and pull that one day, but not better. Because myself get one. But he say every motorcar require for get on this so that when they go clone they can park on a road. But most of the time, this one not they happen. So the authority they find space for able for impound motorcar them we not get them. And so they get equipment them for move them, but also then they look for big space So that then trailer them, when they begin hold them, then go take and care and go in a big space where then go park them there. Because they're not able to move, trailer na pass the head no more, and then go pull commodity down the tail law left. And the tail line long past the head. So if they pull the head and left the tail, the danger is still there. And if they say yes, if they're left hand, then big trailer then they then get road hazard. Because if motoka no see am, motoka cable go under the end, the loss of life go happen. The authority also locate say they don't get space na my 48. And na they then go declare like 10-acre piece of land. Where then go begin impound vehicle them, na they then go pack am. They don't talk to Freetown Teachers College for the land back, say there, then go they use them with the impound vehicle and go they care and go they. So as soon as they get all that one they done, as they begin, this time from 2018, as they begin impound cars them, trucks them, lorries them, now they then go they carry and go. So then they look forward for upgrade them personnel and strength for the entire country when the ban is lifted for the 45 road corps officers then. However, it disclosed say then go start for fine owners them of motoka them where they park for years without they not renew the license them for failing to inform the authority. Say them motoka then they not they drive right now on the road but then park. So me park motoka inside me compound and not the user and they call me I need for go license unto them. Okay, and for go tell and say the motoka not they drive right now. They say then go come, where you go inform the authority, then go come and can take the license plates off because so that people then go no say them vehicle and they abandon and then park. So thief man and not go and go pull the license plates and use them for other vehicle for criminal activities them. Because that time they no say them motoka then they not for the streets. This wire now Tuesday, September 18, 2018. Tuesday, September 18, 2018. Now in this report go up. Today, Thursday, September 17, 2020, exactly 2 years. The alarm was sound exactly 2 years. And nothing was done. Nothing absolutely. Even the person who sound the alarm say that's the only thing he able to do. Even though they are road safety authority. They say the road safety authority, then only they for take audits, take reports, them, then they send them to Ministry of Works, then they send them to road authority. Road authority day and road safety authority day. When you go feel say the safety, now then work that one day for able to make sure say the roads are safe. But then say no, now the roads authority. Now be one grain will be get away na roads authority, then they complete and bogum, whole thing they unbundle. All the thing they don't unbundle. How will see safe way don't benefit we? So where they unbundle this one? They say the one they there for safety. No, then just need for go take notes. When they take note, then send them to them one then they. Don't they one then they now waiting and do, it's up to them. They were I say they work done. Eh? Look the one they were in name Eastern Police in Empire Street. Now yeah, we don't say now because of what happened to Savage Street. We they expect for see trouble. Now then bridge then they, where I say trouble, not say the bridge go collapse, but the bridge go over walking safe. Now old railway line, King Tom. He call one up Pike Street. Now people also they call say, wait a way Congo cross. Well, I'm going to tell you say Congo cross, they make a modern. Because this one, they say, because people in the come say, wait to iron road, safe, no day. Look at the bridge, now just italic, now just two iron road, and then put on the side of them, well, me not to engineer. But that bridge then collapse one. That part's the way the bridge, just broke so. I'm not thinking a clay way then they pull under. But rather, the road itself, and the deputy minister of works. He said that road today, no. Not to say that they make bridge safe now. But however, problem not been there because everybody be the past day. Hey! Even though 2018 Panda Noah in the ask the reporter, I call him. And this is somebody who come on the diaspora. Where you know say here in the diaspora, I know say Africa people in lack title. But in the diaspora, even you manage an office now by first name you they call him. Not so? What you sabi Barack Obama, Donald Trump, Boris Johnson. Not so they call them by their name there. But in Sierra Leone, then go begin tell you say His Excellency, Honorable. Yes, they want title them. Even though they not they deliver. Today Panda Noah asked the reporter say, "Are you call me?" Because the reporter call him Panda Noah. I don't know how they expect for me then call him Mr. Minister. He wants title. Don't come on the diaspora outside. If he be the work safe in boss, now by first name he be the caller. Now he don't go salon. He said don't change. He want me to address him by title. But Lord left that one day. 2018, he sound alarm. 2019, he not come back and say, I be don't sound that alarm something. Now you dey internal affairs. Internal affairs now you dey now. Where it gets for do with security. A bridge broke with security, it's hampered. So when you can't get back, you're supposed to raise another alarm. Say, when I be there safety, I did raise an alarm. And I believe, say, even when you don't raise an alarm, he says, he be the drive day. I too need for fending driver, make you ask him. Say, dear, Panda Noah, I ever tell you, no for pass here? Because for come, who say they work, it must pass one by them places then they. Or maybe na Pademba Road up New England are they in the past. If not, it must pass na that road day. Unless if you be no say, 2018 I be don't talk something. So that road they me and not the past day. Even the president the past day. Sunday then the block road the past day. The vice president the past day. And this you be don't know. You graduate from road safety to internal affairs. What did you do? Now they ask reporter for I call you. How did you call me? Panda Noah, that's your name, sir. Will you be there? Now diaspora, how you be they call you senior there? Not so by the first name. You have one title now. And you see this will be happen. It happen. But now it begin twist. It begin twist. I did tell you, the man behind the mic, because me self, what they go salon, I don't drive there. Yes, I don't drive there go, I don't drive come. Because late hour, nobody's there, like 1, 2, 3 in the morning. Where you want cut and shortcuts for campus Sanders Street. Who they pass there? Everybody knows that. Where you come out of the west, if you know use round. Only past day. What if? As soon as I see that thing there, that's the first thing that came to mind. What if? What if? Now you can't say how they call you. You want Mr. Minister. Okay. Mr. Minister, what did you do? Sit back. 2018, I don't read for you. You hear what he say? Make we come to 2020. Today, right now the scene. Listen what he has to say. Listen, and first way, they intimidate the reporter first. They are listening that side there. Sweet me.
One time for you from Panda Noah story. If you can recall, waiting a mention way back in 2018, we mentioned seeing this place in a death trap. We want to forget him, let me away from him, and remind him of one statement way back then. Mr. Panda Noah, how is that? What did you call me?
Yeah, either side, eh? We say, Mr. Panda Noah, how are you, sir? Yeah, we say, how did you call me? Okay, in case you know, listen back.
Mr. Panda Noah, how is sir?
What did you call me?
I said Panda Noah.
Morning, sir.
I'm fine. How's everything? I can remember way back in 2018 where I've been go through some of the articles that were published where you mentioned for this place now a death trap. You can still remember the article?
I can remember that. I remember just as we think today, you don't find out and it will cost me much more than to have that thing.
This will be making that article at the fashion of you say when I just guys and calling the articles them like works. You've been making them Muslim days, sir.
Road authority, yes, and we make findings for the relevant authorities.
So how you feel like for something where you cry for way back then happened today?
Well, this is way back works. The authorities said they don't do it from 2015.
Listen, 2018, we ring the bell. See how politicians are being untruthful to us Sierra Leoneans. 2018, we ring the bell. All we are talking now. He mentioned 2015 day, when that be the previous administration. We know they give them pass because they too, they should have done something. But everybody get for tuti on kits now. Now, he is saying, what they say, what do you feel like something where you be cry for 2018 and now look waiting to happen? Instead of making able for call out things the way we are doing right now, it point finger about 2015. He say even inside 2015, they say then we don't do them back. Listen them.
Way back works. The authorities said they don't do it from 2015. It has been it's been then will tell you say when constant and talk about it, so this bridge need to be redone from 2015.
So what's the problem? As much as it keeps taking
is all ours because they put more pressure, more effort to ensure say this happen, effort, more crime, more help, more get things like this resolved.
You know, yeah, man. 2015. We are talking about 2020. You raise alarm 2018. You not follow up. You say you work now for just raise the alarm. What if people and be died today? How if we be able to feel? I for feel if people and be lost in life yonder. A lot of people. Let's say school being come out. We know how yonder kill turn where school come out. When you know say you be don't get the opportunity for fix this, for make things like this not happen. How you for be feel? You for still they can't tell we say 2015, then be say then do you never did follow up. Even if you not for report a letter. But you know say there is a danger waiting to. What other dangers them where did they will not sabi but? Who still wait for back for happen? What other dangers them? Okay. At that time, he say waiting. He say, in be report to road authority. Then, a report to works, public works. A report there. Okay. Make we call the deputy. Philip Tondone. Let we hear waiting in say. Instead be then at the scene today. Lawyer, what's in the answer where the AYV camera be turned to him?
I don't talk to the Deputy Minister of Works earlier on, but I will get him again because now it's very relevant, now a key stakeholder in terms of road issues in the country. Mr. Minister, once again, welcome to YV Television. So actually, how to close Mr. Minister, just wrap up. This is not something I feel say, we don't have now, and those survey now with regards the road system in the country and this deplorable situation. Now, this happened this way. Earlier on, we mentioned, say, now as a result of the construction factors. This the construction of this hotel here, now one of the factors of the results.
Of course, and the bridge of itself is a very old constructed bridge. As you see, the structural arrangement is quite different from modern bridges where they construct. But what we are saying, it is good. Government is happy we will not lost lives. And now the Ministry of Works and Public Asset and SLRA will come in immediately tomorrow. There's an emergency meeting at ONS.
He said the Ministry of Works and SLRA, Nana Road Authority. You remember say, Panda Noah been tell we say, na them they report to. Now disaster don't happen. What thing he say? Then they can call emergency meeting. So inside that emergency meeting, they I want believe say, anybody will get for represent Road Safety Authority. They self get for good day and highlight, because Panda no say on some of the meeting them now they can discuss then tia. So I believe say other roads then get for come up at the meeting day. But waiting get for happen, we not sabi. Because waiting happen of them meeting them. Not to bridge we see for done now. Make we continue for listening.
But it's an emergency issue. The bridge collapsed for itself. You know, one, as a result of human activities. You know, under the bridge, the mine sand, people that go take clay, you know, other activities and they go on. You understand? So, but it don't be. What we're now saying, when they bring in securities for protect this man's property till it's called to book, you know, local explain and for later and say, this building, this hotel is not appropriate in this place. Because if we reconstruct this bridge, we're going to come up to here, you know, for do excavation and do every other thing. And overnight, then we arrange so that they would deploy police at the part there, then we deploy police and then tomorrow now we look at it. If you want to see the strength you hold up, you see, you get vibration. Let me give up.
So, Mr. Minister, what do you feel the government will learn from this one, specifically Ministry of Works, with regards to the issues of maintenance culture? Because as I asked the question, the fact that at the moment the road bridge we see a lot of cracks them also when another death trap for people.
We get the maintenance unit at SLRA. You understand? Then we also get machines who they check bridges.
Una will be the axe just now. Yeah. Then get maintenance unit na Sierra Leone Road Authority. Then they also get machine where they check bridge. But listen, if they be check this one, wait for them so.
You understand? But normally when they do like when rain down seas, they can check the bridge because the erosion when they take by the pillars, you know, it affects the stress and strength of the materials. So we can go the machine, you know, they tell me say, you're weak, then we can act. This definitely will not be done.
This particular bridge, they not do. So how can we be convinced, say the one the way they claim say they do, then they really do them?
You understand? Because the office, the rain still they come and the water level is still high. You know, but other bridges, we will only test them. As a result of that, the Bama Songa, yes, you know, yes, but it will address soonest.
So I we talked to one Leone just now where they say this bridge are too small for like collapse in our government and this way. And they send a slap on the face of both the present government and the past government. You subscribe to that?
No, but these are bridges being constructed years back. If you watch it yourself, this kind of construction not again. These are backfeeding.
This kind of construction not there again. This particular construction, then call them backfilling. Backfilling, na in this. Listen to them back, yeah?
This kind of construction not again. These are like backfeeding in those days, you understand? So, past government to present government to, yes, they should be blamed. So they will not change this to the modern bridge. If you've looked at that angle. But it was still passable and usable.
It was still passable and usable. Even though red flag be don't raise say na danger waiting to happen, na disaster waiting to happen. But waiting the Deputy Minister of Works and Public Health say, what did they tell we say? He say it was still passable and usable. So as long as it's still passable and usable, what the heck? Who cares? Let we use some tape for them. Listen, I'm back.
So they will not change this to the modern bridge. If you've looked at that angle, but it was still passable and usable. You understand? What has happened is natural. You understand? It's an emergency, and definitely as a responsible government, will come in as soon as possible.
Thank you so very much. I'm glad for talking to you once again.
We want for tell you why we thank you because now then be there on the scene. We self camera be there, but I think by tomorrow we go upload we own. We self camera be there, and you know say the one way AIV be the stream, it be the jack. But when we camera upload, you go get the best of quality and best of everything. We no go get jack. Yeah, because of the internet at that time. But it was still passable and usable. Who saw that danger? Where did they? we still passable and usable. We, just because a disaster not happen yet, we feel say, let's carry on. Let the music play on. Let the life keep going till something happen. Then we go say, hey, okay, now we don't come for fixed things. Now we don't come with security. We go put security, we go sleep in the place. Now we don't see, say, this thing don't happen. Yes, maybe we don't do A, Y, and Z, but no, we'll not be able for do them that same day. But now we go able for do them. ONS go come. Why do we wait? We get for wait, say, the disaster will be see we dey wait for. It don't come. Sierra Leone. You get any projects in Salon? We require maintenance. What say the people can tell you? They can always agree with you. Or they can call you names. Because for me, then they call me names so. Then they call me names. The good things them we will learn at the West, like me, I they implement them in everything where they do. In Sierra Leone. As long as are able for do one day. Now, Usai I not get power for, then we will learn for live them their own way. But as long as it's the confines of Usai me able for impact, no, it has to be the way we would all learn for do one way better. Make a count, Tony, make we hear what's in your take on the fall of the Savage Street Bridge. Yes, Tony, you get the platform, sir. What's in your take?
Yeah, me take care is you got unfortunate we authorities and go for the play the blame game. We are in the we get several instances or several bridge them where they na freedom or even at the country we need maintenance. We get several, even that Tegbeton Bridge. Even the Jockey Bridge, that's about away run by Sanders Street, Shaka Stevens Street and everything. Them places are then a place that we need for be reviewed periodically. They need for the review the place and they. With maintenance culture has been a problem, and this is an historic problem. And this is not a wake up call. Instead of them begin a push of blame and begin to say, oh, this or 2015 or this or that. Let's face it. That's now we day in power. Let's see how we can able to address this. You understand? It's good to see at the watch this net. I see gents or company they do it whatever. We don't need to be reactive. We need to be proactive in certain things that in so many areas. We can't say we get for which stay. The situation don't happen. You understand? You get for coming immediately for making for minimize costs. Because if you time for coming and then address the maintenance then bridge your day, you save a lot. You spend less and save much money. You understand? Even that particular area, I don't know if you say the hotel where they, that's the problem. Because you get several bridges where they on their own them. Where they're not there near buildings, but then don't dilapidated. Then seriously end. It's like death trap. You understand? So this is the SLRA that you work now. This is their own duty. Wherein within Freetown, they know the problems. Not that they don't know. Even the Panda know the minister. You understand? No, because when the media director general, you see, I outline some of those areas where in challenging areas where they feel say they need attention. You understand? But they're not. I mean, it's not their priority. They say, "Oh no, we'll go fix that later. We'll go fix that later." This is the thing right now. You understand? Instead of we wait till the situation not happen, let us go out there and solve the problem. Even that we just have Savage Street, that place where they for just use this opportunity and construct a very good roadway where we cut that inlay. Take up St. Anthony Church, if possible. Because you see many times, even government buses, even transport them, because it is so steep at certain points, you understand? Some of are not able for claim. This is an opportunity where they forget for the able for project certain areas them. Because if we maintenance culture, at least they raise the bar up to 80%, we can't open up. You see, when they begin to roads, they begin invest in infrastructures. You see how the city opened. You see, Tegua, people are living all the way, all the areas. You see, Waterloo, people, they live even beyond Waterloo. People, they come on Newton Drive. They go walk on a freedom off, past hill station, canal. That tells you when you invest in infrastructure, roads, good roads, not a road where you come and by 2-3 days, you see it don't flood or the tar don't grab, like that Wilkinson Road. You understand? It's very good, whatever. You understand? But many a times, them things, and you can see small, they're not blocked. Because even the culverts where they make the drainages where water for pass, they're so shallow, they're so narrow that before small rain come, the water all in the streets. Instead of all the water in the most times we accumulate for benchmark Salon and Guinea because we were far ahead of Guinea. In the late 80s and in the 90s, when we they go back and forth, now they're two countries. Guinea not get drainage, Abraham. Now they're big trucking people in the step on. That's and they want to tell you so. Go to Guinea now and see big bridge. You they jump go inside that bridge and you go through the not see yourself. So all the water then they all be controlled. So that tells you we infrastructure need for let it upgrade them a little bit. Yes, we not say that that's a challenging budget, that that's money no day and so many things that already happen. But we get for land for address the important things then. Important areas that we say they're more important and we will for minimize the casualties. Let's say for instance, the way you rightly mentioned, school midday in full gear. Or let's say even February now rush hour, like there's 7, 8 or 6, 7, 8. Oh God knows. How if it don't be, if it be worse than that. You understand? It's a wake-up call for them. Let them go back and check all them bridges they're waiting on freedom. Instead of beginning saying at the hotel where they can't be late or at the clear people that they mine on that day, then it cause the problem. Yes, that might probably be the problem. But if the thing will don't get signals. That bridge, where you pass this to say, you see how they shake. You see how they shake, even segment on bridge. You know, that's some own take. If you say that's what you will get for labor done. But you rather let them try for project, they make budgets and try for see how they go before address some of them challenging situations there. That's my main take.
Thank you very much, Tony. Thank you, sir.
You're welcome, Ebra.
Yeah. If you don't pass Nada Bridge Day, when you can pass there, if you pass with full speed, how the bridge they make? If you don't pass there, if you're able to tell me. So me feel say, that sink the way that bridge they can make, way they make like, you have to experience it. I mean, I don't know how to express them, but you have to experience it for know how the bridge can make. Like, is it like, hey, I don't get the perfect word for say, because if they go down there, you come up. So maybe that side the way you can feel one kind of way, say it they give you some kind of feeling. Now that side and I ain't go down so. Something I don't be done they go so. If be done they sink. If be done they sink. If be done they sink before they finally give away. If you don't pass on Savage Street, you know exactly what thing are they talk about. But for you for experience, you get for go a little bit, maybe 30 miles or 40 miles an hour, then you go experience what they talk so. But if you go slowly, you know go experience them. Make we come with doctor, make we hear what thing you get for it today. Yes, Dr. Aissatou Kakejalo, you get the platform.
Hi, good evening, everyone. I hope everybody do well. Happy Thursday, but not a happy one, given the fact that the news will hear for Sierra Leone and also the person will die in this incident will take place, on this bridge, may so rest in perfect peace. And we really hope and pray, say, peace, thanking there, so not always something happen really with the hope, say, it will be a wake-up call, but I guess this is how we want me feel, say, how for presenter. This not like a wake-up call for law. We understand, say, we lack the maintenance culture now we country. We lack the fact, say, where something don't build or fix, not forever. We need to understand, say, you get for begin, they put money inside, if for the clean them, if for the, repair them, if for the replace things and we need for replace, especially when they don't fix bridges that been there for who knows how many years. And the one that when they go do the survey, when they come, how strong their recommendations and they to the people that were they in charge for ensure they then do the repair and the fixing. We always see where they live overseas. Sometimes they're in traffic. Why you feel saying that you're in traffic? Because, they commute longer, even though maybe it will take you just like half an hour. Sometimes it will take you more than an hour just to get there. Because then they constantly repair the roads them, right? Yeah, and sometimes you even say, they need it done for make road. That's now you they see. New York, where they live. Because this happened, on the road, why they use all the time while they go out. Tappan Zee Bridge, right? Just get replaced, less than 3 years ago. Brand new bridge. Trust me, the day when they remove that bridge, when they begin to construct this, I say, hey God, why they not even get this old one in my country? Because I know so will not get. You understand? That's how I felt at that moment. When they don't repair and they remove all the parts them, then take her upstate New York. Where they go use for other things them. So if you see why make countries like this than they go before, because the government or the people that are in charge, they really invest in the country. And let me tell you, not so money where they say they come on and pocket somewhere. People that are they pay for them thing there. So the totally way they pay every day. Now New York State and New Jersey, then state there. So the money where they pay for toll, I don't know if it's any state in America where they pay that much. And then the bridges then are all the 5 boroughs them where they enter. So no think about that. No understand say if you invest in something, you go with tax people then for let them pay for them. They will pay for it and they will be willing for pay for it with no complaint because they know something and they get it good enough for them. They're happy with them. But what they, when something fixed, you feel say, that's it. We're done. That's not how things should go. They really don't repair anything in New York, in Sierra Leone. And then we want things for be, given to us like, nice, like say, oh, look at the construction. When they do bridges, oh my God. You know how many iron rods, how many cements then you go there? Where they say, that not happen in Sierra Leone. Me, I not call down the bridge, oh. What do you mean see today, not a bridge? I think saying like overpass. Not a bridge. Not a bridge, because when they pillars them under the bridge, how deep was it? Maybe that was only put there just because they see water, they pass, between the two areas and they just want to go across. So not a bridge. No, take a look at bridges. So the only bridge I see so far, now Salon, where I feel they don't fix, now that Joey Bridge, where you go to hotel, and that's not the road where they take for both sides to leave. Right? So if they really want to take care of Salon, let them begin to put things there in place for the repair, for the fixing them. And not say when you fix something, you keep a maintenance, going. It's not going to cost you a lot compared to what you need for replace the entire system or the entire, structure. Because the money you're going to put for try for just maintenance, it will prevent you from, spending a whole lot of money. But now with this right now, I hope they don't go just no more and try for, do some kind of, partial work. Because they have to do complete work moving forward. Let it be something will go work. Let them put the money where it belongs. Take money from where it needs to come from and put it into where it belongs. People don't go pay taxes if you do the work in the country. Nobody will complain for pay tax if the country really they put the money where it belongs, rather than it go into their pockets, or smuggle them out of the country. Because for that, if you say it happen, that means they need to pay attention to any of them till there, whether not current administration, previous administration, or the one before that, or all the one that will belong to them. They're all corrupt now with country, and don't accept that, and no say there's something we need to start talking. And me, for beginning to talk, say you need a letter really about demonstrating about some of the things in that country. I think we need to start even thinking that it's something we have to change completely. How can we change that? They don't tell me what to do. Every day now we don't preach, but Sierra Leoneans, we have to be honest with one another, about some things. When we want things done, it's not a lot of us that can step up to the plate. Because if we don't step up to the plate for that will change the constitution by coming on board, bringing in money and ringing the bell to, the ministers, to parliament, to different parliamentarians and the government or the administration, then we understand, say, definitely are they serious. But sometimes it's nice to call and talk. But what is not nice is when they ask for people to just make a small contribution, which is maybe it will take you just, $20, $50. And how many of them live in the diaspora? Where they say even you lunch sometimes, it's more than $20 a day. You cannot tell me that you cannot help with those kind of things. We want to fix alone, but if we're not able to go down into our pocket and make the sacrifice, then it's going to be a problem. And it's going to be hard for us to really fix that country. We all have to chip in. Yesterday, one of our sisters called. Yes, there's a lot of us that are nurses, nurse practitioners, or even physicians. We're not Sierra Leoneans them. We're going to come together and change things in Sierra Leone. But only of we get the heart to do that. Because that's where the problem is. Some people don't have that heart. You have to have the heart to want to help your nation. You can be patriotic, like you want to make a difference, but not just talk. Make sure you talk back with what you really they say. But they do things as they say them. Because if we get a lot of that, the diaspora, we're willing for really work and make with healthcare system change, we can definitely change Sierra Leone healthcare. And the one them back, we're good in, then computer science, when our data-based technology work together and come on board and try to make the difference. Because if governments no one do stuff, we the Sierra Leoneans them can do it. I'm sure we're not gonna oversee for just consider work and be comfortable for ourselves and forget that there are people out there that are struggling. Sometimes ask yourself, in your closet, how many clothes you have in there that cost you more than $100? Is it worth it? As you wear them, do you wear them every day? There are people out there don't have that. So what you need to say, we have to have the heart, to serve human beings. We have to have the heart to want to share. If you have something, God bless you with something. Put under your mind, say, it bless you. God will bless everybody the same way. Because we feel that they're not equal. But if you don't give, share your wealth. Because the more you share, trust me, the more you're going to get. And that message to we fellow Sierra Leoneans, them, they live in the diaspora. Lord, come on board. Lord, try for help together. If you feel, say, I'm join a particular group because then they do certain things, go ahead, form your own group and make that difference. Even if you decide for save, $50 a month, you will make a big difference in Sierra Leone. That's $600 a day. It will make a difference there for people that we really need them. Because we all know that country there's a lot of strugglings going on that cannot be fixed overnight. And sometimes it's just too much of them that you don't even know where to pick and try to help. So message down there and Lord try with best, because waiting really happens. So now something similar to somebody you own health. If you not go to the doctor, like every year for do a physical, for do a blood test, they're not going to know what's wrong with you. When cancer comes, for let them find out that the cancer they at the stage 4, trust me, that cancer don't grow within you for many years. When you not even go do a screening, a proper screening. And that's what's happening when it comes to the maintenance issues in Sierra Leone. Because they're not checking. You know, you go check and just come, you lay paper on your desk. You know, they even say, this is not the recommendation. And this is how strongly I feel about this recommendation. And it needs to be implemented. You know, it's how you present your case that people will take it seriously. If you really get the country at heart, you know, when you notice something to go wrong, you don't come, you don't present her. You know that you don't, you know, do a follow-up for ensure, say, this follow-up, it go through. You know, if we do that, the country will go before. We Sierra Leoneans, sometimes we do lay back. You know, we don't follow up things. And that's why certain things happen to us. So I really do hope, say, we can work together and we can try to build a nation, even though we did behind, you know, like the West African states. Thank you very much. And I hope, say, everybody takes what you had to say in a positive light, that they don't take it out of context, because that's not what I'm here, you know, presenting. What I'm presenting is that we can make a difference. And we do have a role and responsibility as Sierra Leoneans to make sure our country goes forward. Thank you very much. And I also say hashtag Salon proud, hashtag Salon strong. Thank you, and have a good night.
Thank you very much, Doctor. Thank you, ma'am. So make we come with us friend, make we hear what's in get for we today. Yes, us friend, you get the platform, sir.
Yeah, thank you very much, Triple, and welcome, and thank you for welcoming on the platform. And thanks to previous speakers and analysts, and welcome to listeners and viewers. So me on take Pandis, looking at the bridge and bridges in a salon, fit on upline, beside the main highway. Some of them, we don't restructure them, okay, at the main highway, but still get some the weekend and look even down my village bridge. But when you look at construction and repair and maintenance, we don't talk much better. But it comes to always whether they can sit down at the place where we say I will put things together. Because when you look at bridge itself, then they always try for bill and outside water, they always pass. And Freetown in your location, now one of the most area where you get for be very articulate for build bridge day and water. Because then two things, the main problem where they cause problem of where ONS, then they always evolve. We say water don't pass, or we say water for control. So all that things then they get for consider them, because the water is the run down come, then the place is slope, you not get a flat ground, and then the population day, and then the links between some of them short and bridges them. And there are many bridges and they will don't get problem based on how they not been done, they look after them. So when a colonial time, they make them, they build them. But when they try for talk, when the deputy, one of the deputy talk say, one of the man pan the road authority say, na stuffing, he call it na stuffing, and that method they use, and they use it again. Backfilling,
yeah,
exactly.
Backfilling.
Backfilling. Well, actually, it's really right. So they're not waiting actually na the problem and how to solve them, but how to apply and employ things and together, waiting and go do. That backfilling day na something about when they put and they full up the dirty, then just the lay on top, then how they go. The way we for don't build bridge, if you look at now, they know saying that this way we go for build bridge. The concrete, steel, and stone. And then main thing they are now they look for where they build bridge. In fact, now one of the most straightforward, apart from the long bridge where they go across water now, where they say you need a lot of technical for going at the water, but like that short bridge, you get for link up because you get outside the anchor. You get the eye bar, then at the eye bar, the steel, they get outside they go at the eye, they get eye bar, then outside the cable they get for all, they get all those kind of things. But what they try for here, now one of the most straightforward thing, where they all they get for do no more for employees, especially in a salon, where some of their space then they between the bridges and then big, but not to that too much. Then they employ concrete and not all kind of concrete. Then get the concrete where they call reinforced concrete. This concrete is reinforced in a strong mortar, and then they reinforce them by using them bar there. Then bar there, and then they use in a network form. Then they make it like a network form. Then they lay them over inside, and they embed them inside the concrete. then they build them. And even when they make that steel there, then they make the steel in a different way. Because steel and iron is different. The other iron they wouldn't use, when they don't do this way, is the normal iron them. All the one they not the old type way. But the present built bridges and when not reinforced one day, when they stay longer, then they use steel. And this steel now from iron ore, then they add carbon there. Now for that China they buy them, then they buy the iron ore boku, then they use carbon now, then turn them to steel for mine steel. So it become a very strong metal. When one, it get the property for bend. It look flexible, but it's very, very strong. Because when you build a bridge, you look at factors of pressure when you go pana, what for resistance. So when you build, I know they build them for say it hold tight. Like when you go full up, hold on, full up and pump. When you don't do all them feasibility, you don't get it end to end. You don't get the length of your bars and the type of bar. You don't get this concrete. Then you don't locate who side you get for put the reinforcement. You put them. Then you look for spaces the way they left between the bridges. Why? Because the bridge, you get forget, it replace the one like Africa now. You get for expand. Just like that thing where you brain while they talk of their suitors, in case they expand, it not go break. So then they get all those qualities then where if you say in case of something hit them back, that vibration they back. Like when you say they drive over them. Just like when you put a stone in the water, they see the water, they form a ripple, then they go. When at the same way, the vibration, when they go on that bridge, the anytime something hit her, it go. Well, because of the concrete, they not broke. Now, what thing they help them, now that space they would put, and it's still. So, in they absorb that pressure there. So, obviously, that thing they get for just employ them, they put them together. But now, because of one, they know they employ the right things them together. And other than get for work together, they know they work in concert. Because there is a time when I go get for come, just highlight the mayor in speech. When he talk, say, if we don't even try for us, let it go help for small roads. When he go able for play parts, he get small funds. Now, the road authorities, they say, no, he not get hand for that one day. Now, for that, even that boy for AYV, they may get for misunderstand a bit from the conversation. And later now you understand, the young man, yes, I understand what he say. It is time for tell them, say, if you don't bring this tier before they say, me say go help on this tire, so I go reduce the work burden, when I go the other side, me say go find another manpower. And I believe, say, she should have lobbied, maybe from overseas, because if you don't bring get people overseas, what if you don't come, they say, okay, we'll not run this project, then build the bridge. Which is straightforward because in on the space the other projects that they delay because of availability of what he need, like other things the way they do. But here in me knows this is a straightforward thing. All you need for get the funding. And for that he say now resource constraint. If you mention that one day, it's in a resource constraints. Now they get a problem. That the resources that we in need for let you go able to forget it get constraints. So and the people and how they evolve, they say they get maintenance, lack of maintenance, and poor engineering. All them things they are. Now you mention them. But it come na coordination all day. Then the one that we know say that this year will for do, like the man say we get machine that will test integrity of the bridge, we get them, they will get even people that what they do assess the bridge for do repairs, we get our units there for maintenance, but they are not employing it because most times I know they say na corruption or that but sometimes either because of the way we then want for secure money and then the money go come and then outside them want for fend way we then go so and go say well we no more go do am so anything we can give on paperwork like they talk so now we get for producer so when they give now we know what they give only other person don't can get. If other person can't get, so then Ingo sabotage away because if you don't begin make fine, they say, oh well, this person here, look, you don't do fine. No, what about one of the road authorities? So all that competition come inside. You see, and competition of a day in any side, a collaboration. So, but because of the one that they hidden in them, they refuse to give the acceptance to the mayor because there was nothing wrong in it saying, okay, you go ahead for do the work. It's just like when you they travel by Puda. The Puda go push you down na main road na Kulo cost. So until you they up tender Ilianda. You not go able to carry all that load day. You either get for try for fair person for help you for pusher or you get person where you trust says, don't look for me, let me take that lawyer the care go. So that type of area, they now something similar. Instead of looking at it, say, this my if you do this, well, and your name that will see. Now under this. So for coordination supposed today. And the area, even when they get for separate this road authority to road safety, I not accept in some cases, but say it work out this way. Because the name and the job more than they do, then just they go look for no waiting that the problem, and then we pass and give to other person. Then so if it's safety, now they all get for unite. You see, in other words, it get for just be a part of the road authority inside there, and then get them people there who they go do that one day. Instead of it be separate of itself and then waste resources. It's very good for create employment, but the employment should have not been that way. The employment, if we don't create them by the job itself, then they employ more people. That should have been more, because then they go lay their hands in the job they go before. Instead of they get more people who will just stand and sit up, they look far, they pass, then go. Now people that will get for church the job, that they get for involved. So instead of you get for separate them, the one that will just go see. But maybe this now a flag now, or now a thing where they ring bell to them, where they were able to see. But as they say, build in bridge is one of the most straightforward. I know they say the complicated bridge or like them overhead, long overhead bridge, but those type of bridges are straightforward, simple material, concrete, bar, steel bars, stones, and then the people that know how to lay out these stones, and the people that know say, oh, they do the enforcement, these steel bars, then they increase tensile, then at the strength where they give a force panel, and that one then they use, because then they bend, but they know they break. So they call it steel. So those are the things they get for employ. And then one, they circulate the water. And then again, they get for try again for see how they go able for educate people them. Because people them go there for go begin mine. We not go say mining now go don't cause the problem, but it might have been just one of the factors now we increase them. If they raise them, they come back. Then people in back, they go fend there, aluminium, there are 15, they would run. What a man they say, I ain't likely, let God help, let God, sorry for that if you don't die there, for true get and good road. When they say you don't go left there, you be in the type of hustle. All those kind of things. So mining clay, they go for don't contain them, and then even building, because the mayor mentioned about building, we don't mention about that building there, but we are responsible again. Now they're for country planning, other people, they go allow people for building. So all that one they get for affect again the strength of the building, and you don't they get vibration that fits on the during the civil war, all those kind of things. But at the time for say no more say a bridge is one of the straightforward. I not say easy, I not say it cheap, but now one of the straightforward thing will not get beaucoup complication as soon as the person will be technically inclined for do the thing they are. Thank you very much for giving the platform. I'm on take for Andy for tonight.
Thank you very much, Usman. Thank you, sir.
Yeah. You're welcome, sir.
Yeah. Well, we don't get from Usman, we get from Tony, and we get from Doctor. One for tell and thank you.